Mike's Music Method. Come on in, everybody. Today we are doing another amazing song by Nathan Salsburg. If you guys don't know this song, I only gave you a taste at the beginning. What a beautiful, open, spacious instrumental piece in open D tuning. Not a beginner piece, but I encourage everyone just to look at a few measures and try some stuff in open D. I will create a whole playlist here for you guys of a bunch of songs in open D. This isn't a starter one, but even if you only do the first few measures just to see how this guy plays, and it's going to be a totally different style for you, and it may excite you and open up some new doorways. If you're new to Mike's Music Method, guys, what I do is I put on my headphones and spend hours transcribing these to the best of my ability. I bring you really accurate tabs, and then what we're going to do here is I walk you through every single measure. So timestamps are going to be your best friends. The first part of the video, we go through every measure, right hand, left hand, the whole thing. The tab will be up on the screen. Then, very important, every time you learn a section, go to the end of the videos where we do the slow runs. And together, I play each section of the song nice and slow. And those are the moments where you can follow along with me. And I encourage you, though, with this one, only do one section at a time because it is difficult. And I'd rather have you get 4 measures beautiful and awesome instead of 50 measures really sloppy. All that being said, the tabs are free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com, believe it or not, but I do ask the honor system. It's a value for value model. You can snag the tab for free, but come on, is it worth $5 a month? Maybe a one-time $10 donation? Whatever it is, it's a value for value model. I keep it available. I give value, you give some back. But that's it. Without further ado, I have no one sponsored this tune, although it was requested a few times. I can't remember by who, though. So here you go. You guys inspired me to bring you this amazing Nathan Salsburg song. I've also done Easy Now by Nathan Salsburg and Joan Shelley. So check that tutorial out. Another beautiful picking one. That's it. We're going to dive in. We'll talk about tuning and all that. If you're new, welcome. If you're an old Mike's Music Method, person, welcome to this one. It's a freaking awesome song. Let's do it. Quick note on tuning, we are in open D, so it's D, A, D, F sharp, A, D, but then you're going to throw the capo on the 2nd fret. Sometimes he's down tuned even lower to open C sharp, and then he has the capo on the 3rd fret. But I am open D, to keep it simple, capo 2. So once the capo is on that 2nd fret though, then we have E, B, E, G sharp, B, and E are going to be your tuning notes. Measure 1, this beautiful opening here. We're going to hammer on open 3-5, all in one pluck on the 3rd string. So I'm hitting that with my pointer finger, and you need a nice, clean hammer on. Now, this isn't a whole lesson on hammer-ons because this song's already hard enough, but you want to make them really snappy and precise, right? More about strength is how snappy they are and how precise. So keep that in mind. And what we're doing here, we're going to pinch 6 and 3 at the same time. So I'm using my thumb and pointer, and then I'm doing those quick hammer-ons. Then I'm going to pinch again the 5th and the 1st string. So there I'm doing thumb and ring finger. I'm going to pull off that 4. So I'm pinching thumb and ring, but I'm on the 4th fret. And then I'm going to pull that off. So we have that hammer-on, or the chain of hammer-ons. And then I'm going to go thumb and ring finger. I'm going to put in, so now I'm talking about my left hand. I'm doing those hammer-ons with pointer to ring. Then I'm going to put my middle finger on the 4th fret to get that pull off. So 3, 4. Measure 2, we have this funky little chord we're going to do on the lowest string, 5th fret. 5th fret. So there I'm doing ring pinky. Then I have open 2, right? So quite a stretch. You want to make sure your guitar is up high to get that ring pinky, and then the 2nd string on the 2nd fret. And he just strums that. And then we hit the 4th string open. Measure 3. Really cool. On the 2nd string, I'm doing open 2, open. Hammer on, pull off. And there I'm doing my middle finger, then my pointer finger to the 3rd string, my thumb goes to the 4th string, 2nd fret. Then in measure 4 we get to strum them all open. Then I hit open again, brings us into measure 5. which is a strum again, but I'm going to hammer on open to 1 on the 3rd string. So I'm strumming all the way to that 3rd string, and then hammering on. Then I do open on the 2nd, open on the 3rd. And there I'm doing my thumb, or you can pick all of them too with your right hand. You can do it like that. Then open, open. I'm doing middle pointer for the opens. Then a different chord here in measure 6. I'm doing 5 with my pinky, 3, 2. So starting on the 6th string, 5, 3, 2. And I'm hitting those. Then we hit that low string again. Then check this out, measure 7. We're actually going to hold this whole chord down here in measure 7. Oops, I left it at the end. All right, so coming out of 6, we're going to hit the 5th string with the thumb. Then I'm going to hammer open to 3 on the A string, on the 5th string. So 6th string, hammer there, open to 3 on the 5th. Then I'm going to pinch 6 and 4 with thumb and pointer, but I lift my pointer finger up in the left hand. So again, we have a trill, open to open on that 4th string, but I'm going to pinch the 6 at the same time. So that whole time I'm keeping this chord down, right? 5, 3, 2. Then you can do your thumb or your pointer finger on that 5th again, 5th string, that's the 3rd fret. Then I'm going to lift it and just hit 6 and 4. So again, let's do the pickup in measure 6, 3, 4, note, hammer, trill. One more time, 3, 4. And notice again, really important to hold the chord down the whole time. Just lift the middle finger. I keep the middle finger down and the pinky, just lift the pointer. The other 2 are still down. Then I finally lift off them at the end. Really cool. So then we're holding that in measure 9, and it's just an open. And then we kind of return to the main theme. But notice it's not a pinch here, right? In measure 1, that hammer on was pinch, but here we hit the low string, and then he does the little double on hammer after. And that happens quite a few different ways in the song, so whether you play it together or you give it a little pickup, which he does here, then same thing. Alright, so that looks very similar to measure 1, same chord, 5, 5, 0, 2. Whoop. Put my pointer finger on the wrong string there. Open on that 4th string, same thing. So we basically have a repeat of the first 4 measures here. Right, keeps going, first 5. Actually, it's all the same. So that's all the same except 17 is different. Instead of doing 6 and 3, he does, 6 and 4. Instead of doing 6 and 4, he ends on 6 and 3. And then we go to the B theme. So that's theme A, totally manageable. Now is the perfect time. Go to the end of this video. Timestamped will be the slow run-throughs. I won't do it now, but play it through for a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, however long it takes you to get that really solid, and do that before moving on. Do yourself the favor, learn it really well before moving on. I guess I didn't say, measure 18, just open. I'm sure you picked that up from the tab, nothing to teach there. So here is this B theme. Now we have a different chord in measure 19. I'm doing 5, 2, open. So we play that, we hold it, do our thumb again, and we have a little different hammer-on scheme. Similar idea though, so I'm holding those 5 and 2s down there with pinky and pointer. I don't know what the best angle is here to give you that. I think you can see it pretty good. Hitting that 5, hammer open to 2 on the 5th string. Then I'm going to lift that pointer and do a trill on the 4th string, open to 2, and I'm pinching my thumb, 6 and 4. Then my pointer has to go back to the 5th string. So it's hammer on the 5th, trill on the 4th with the pinch, pointer goes back to the 5th string. So then in 21 I lift it and I pinch 5 and 3 again. And then this is cool. I'm gonna lift my pinky here and I'm pinching 5 and 4. I'm doing thumb and pointer, and I'm sliding from the 2nd fret on that D string up to the 4th. And then I'm hitting the 6th string. So 5 and 4. So let's do that whole like theme B so far. 3, 4, hold. I lifted it too soon there. One more time. 3, 4, hold. .22 is a little funky, this part here. So we hit open. We'll talk about the rhythm in a second. Then on the 4th string, we're doing that trill 4, 5, 4, open. But notice when I pull off open, I'm also hitting open again on that 6th string. So you got to get that timing, whereas that takes a lot of finesse, where you got to have that relaxed pull off, and at the exact same time I'm hitting my thumb on that 6th string. Then we do the same thing here. 5th string does 2 to open, pull off, but the moment I pull off 2 to open on the 5th, I'm also hitting the 6th. And you can do thumb and then move that thumb to the 6th string, or you can do pointer and then hit the 6th string with your thumb. So 3, 4. Sorry, it's hard with that rhythm. Then we end it. 2nd fret on that A string, 5th fret on the low string. 3, 4. Yeah, then we hold that note, and then 25. Similar to what we saw in 20, we have just 5 and 2 held down here again. 5 and then 2. And I'm doing, hit that one, hammer on the 5th, pinch 6 and 4, do that trill, open 2, back to the 2nd fret on the A string, then I'm pinching 6 and 4, so 5th fret and open. Then I can lift it and do open and open on the 5th and 4th, and then my thumb does the 6. So 3, 4. 3, 4. And I apologize, this song's in 3/4. I always count to 4. I can't help myself. I don't count, and this song's really loose. That's something I don't know if I said yet, but this song is very loose. So listen to it a bunch. I would do that instead of counting. And if you're holding things a little longer than he is, it doesn't matter, because the beauty in this song is that it's loose and you can definitely play with that empty space. Theme B again, but there's a variation. In other words, there's a second ending. So he does this B theme again. I call it B theme first variation. Starts the same here in 28. Same hammer-on idea in 29 and 30. We've seen all that. This is where it's new. I'm going to hit the open again. Sorry. I'm going to strum and then or pick all of them. But I'm going to hammer the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. That's my highest note there. So whether you're doing that or strumming, doesn't matter. Then I'm doing open on the top string. And then I'm using my ring finger, but ring or middle to get the 4th fret on the B string. Then open D again. So 3, 4, thumb, strum. Then a weird chord change here. We're going to go 5 on the lowest string and then 5 on the 3rd string. And I'm using ring here. Or sorry, middle and then ring. So 5 on the lowest string and 5 on the G string, 6 and 3. And I'm going to pinch 6, 4, and 3 with thumb, pointer, middle. Hit that low note again. Then do open again on the D string. So it's... And then I drop down by moving my middle finger to the 4th fret. So I'm just moving everything down. Instead of 5 and 5, I'm going 4 and 4. But it's actually 4 and 3. So my ring finger is replaced by my pointer on that 3rd string. So I got 4 on the low, 3 on the 3rd. And if you're not used to this open tuning, that shape might be a little weird. You don't see this in standard, right? So we have the first chord, thumb again, hold it, open on the D string and move. And I pinch 4 and 3, hit the low note again, open on D again. Then I move just 2nd fret on the lowest string and I'm pinching 6 and 3. That third string's open. And actually use your pointer finger here, because coming up, I'll show you why. Really cool in 37s. I'm not barring all 3, but check this out. I am going to bar the 2 and the 2 on the 6th and the 5th string. And I'm going to hit that 6, then do a hammer 2 to 5 with my pinky there. Then I'm not going to try and bar the 3rd string as well. I'm doing open on the 3rd there. Then here I will move my pointer finger, but I'm still keeping my pinky down on 5, but I am going to move instead of barring my pointer, I am going to lift it and move it down. If you can bar all 3 and still get that 3rd string open, hats off to you, but in the heat of the moment, that's really tricky for me. So I'm barring and then hammering, open. Then when I hit that open, I have time to move that pointer finger to the tip of right tip of my pointer finger now on the D string. So it's 3rd string open, 2nd fret there. Then I lift and hammer, then open again on the 3rd. So that whole run, 2, 3. Notice I keep that pinky down to let that ring out. That's really important there. And then I move the pointer finger, I lift it now, and put my pointer finger to the 2nd fret of that A string. Then my pinky goes to the 5th fret. So one more time, it's a tricky one. 3, 4. Let's finish this here. You've seen this before in 40. There's no slide there, just an easier way. Sorry, my lighting might be goofy in this video. It's like bright and then the clouds come and change the lighting here. Anyway, again, go to the end of the video, do those slow run-throughs of theme B, make sure you got it. Now you got the A theme and the B theme, and it's already really beautiful, and you can sit on your porch in your rocking chair and play that till the cows come to roost, until the fabric on the sweater frays, until the dandelions wither in the wind with the willows, until there's a wrinkle in time. All right, good news. We return to the A theme, and all that happens is he flips the ending. So just to recap, that's all the same. There he does 6 and 3, literally the only difference. And then we repeat from 44, which is what I just played, and he ends on 6 and 4. In the intro, he did the opposite. So is that intentional or not? Both endings sound cool. It doesn't really matter which one you do. Then we return to theme B. Remember, the tabs are free to download in mikesmusicmethod.com, but please consider the value for value model. I'm a real guy. I need your support. That being said, we'd return to theme B, measure 18 to 38. And then we would jump, once we got to 38, we wouldn't keep going. We would jump here to 55. All right, so 55 is the second theme. This is about 1 minute and 49 seconds in the song. So just doing those 2 themes, you'll get like 1 minute and 40 seconds worth of really cool music. You can always loop it again and call it a day. But here is the next theme. So let's talk about this one here. What's going on is he is hitting the 3rd and 4th string, and he's hammering from open and open to 1 and 2. Right, so it kind of looks like an E major, a simplified E major chord. I just got 1 on the 3rd string, 2 on the 4th with those fingers. But then I'm putting the 3rd fret down, so it's like a scrunched C chord. And 3rd fret on the A string. Hold that, and then I go back to only the 4th string, and then, but remember, everything's still held down. So I hold down that scrunchy C chord, hit the 4th string, then I do that open 1 open trill on the 3rd, and I'm using my pointer finger there with my right hand. And then I'm going to pinch the 5th and the 4th string again after that. So let's do all that together. 3, 4, hold. And those are triplets. I know I'm not like giving you guys the rhythm because just feel it out. I'm not going to count it. Then we keep going. 57. We're still going to hold down 3 and 2 here. Don't lift those. Hitting open on the 3rd string. And then a pull off 1 to open. Then here I will lift the chord, and I'm going to do open and 1 on 4 and 3, and slide that 1 to the 3rd fret. So I'm holding the chord down, and only at the end am I lifting it up, and then open on that low string. 3, 4, hold. Only at the end am I lifting that chord. Oh, sorry. Low note. You got it. Let's keep going. Hits open on the D string. And we have this cool 3, 5, 3 open on the 3rd string. And I'm doing 2 open on the 4th string. So the 3rd string is 3, 5, 3 open. Then slow it down to 2 open on the 4th string. Back to open on the 3rd. 2nd fret on the 6th string. And do it end up with your pointer finger because we'll have to have that pinky again on 5. So hold it. And we've seen that move before, right? That's where I'm borrowing the pointer. 2, 2 with the hammer. Open on the 3rd. Move my pointer finger to the D string. Back to open. Oh, sorry, and then that actually repeats there. So we would go back to 55 and do that same thing. 3, 4. So I lifted the pinky. Then we keep going here into 63, where it's going to be strumming the 2s again, or plucking them. Sorry, the 2s. The 5th, 4th, and the 3rd string, but I have the 2nd fret down on that 5th string. Sometimes it's easier to just look at the tab. It's hard to put all this into words. And my pinky goes down, 5th fret, like it did before. Hold it. And we've seen all this before. Yeah. All right, I think my tab at the moment's a bit confusing. I think I put 2 codas in there. So I don't really know what to call what we just did, right? It's like it's not really a theme. I mean, I guess you could call that the 3rd theme or whatever, but whatever. It's the part at measure 55, right? We did all that. And now, if you're looking at the tab, free to download, mixmusicmethod.com, we are measure 67. What we do here is we return to the top. So DC, there's no repeats to measure 35. So just ignore the repeat signs. You play from the beginning, measure 1 all the way to 35. Then we jump to, we'll call this part the coda, and that's what's happening here in 68. So let's learn this part. The part's a little different, a little weird. The rhythm's a little harder, so pay attention. And again, just listen to it a bunch. That's the best way to understand rhythm, is just play it again and again until you kind of feel how it sounds. But I'm gonna go, we have open on the 6th, open on the 4th, and then we have that 5 and 5 idea, doing the 5th fret on the 6th string and the 3rd. But sorry, I don't pinch it, but I am gonna get them both ready there. But he's only hitting 3 and 2, and then he hits the thumb on the low one. So we have open, open, put them all down. Or I guess you can put the ring finger down first, then add the middle. We hold that. Then open on the D string, open on the 1st. We hold that note for a full beat, and then I'm going to lift my hand there and do 2, 3 on the 2nd and 3rd string. Then I am going to move the pointer. I suppose you could bar it, but it's kind of tricky for me. And what we're doing there, we have 2 on the 4th string, 3 on the 3rd, and I got to hammer my ring finger onto the 4th fret of the 4th string. So I'm pinching both of those and hammering, then hitting the low note. Let's try that because it's tricky. 2, 3, 4. That's actually a pickup, but you get the idea. hold, hold, hammer. One more time. 3, 4. Hold, open, open, hold. Yeah, let's keep going here in 72. That's really cool. So we're on that same chord that we just hammered onto. I still have the 4 down, so I'm gonna hit that 4th string, 4th fret. Then I'm gonna pinch both of them and do this like, right? So I gotta hold that 3 down on the 3rd string while the 4th string does 2, 4, 2, 0. So talk about having good posture and really only utilizing your the tips of your fingers here. Really cool. Then on the 5th string, 2, open, put it back down and pinch, 5 and 4, and the pinky, and we've seen this before. And again, go to the end of the video, slow run through. I'll make sure that we just do that chunk, whether you call it the coda or whatever. Get it really solid before moving on. Shuku! You guys gotta support what you love in the world for there to be more of it and for those things not to go away. So think of me as your cool, hip, local coffee shop. I'm making good coffee, small little shop, cozy environment. You love it, but sometimes you forget about it and you don't go. And then one day you show up, you got your book, you're ready to read your awesome novel, and the frickin' shop's closed down. And the only option in your neighborhood is Starbucks. You know, I don't know if that's equivalent to like the hat guy on YouTube, Marty. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just being... I got no one to diss. I love all the YouTube channels out there. Maybe. I actually try not to watch them. But all I'm trying to say is you got to support, whether it's me or Marty or whatever content creator whose content you watch. We're real people out here, so please support. You know, if you don't support it, these things can go away. The more you guys support, the more I can keep this stuff cranking out. And it's the value for value model because I want to keep it free for everybody who absolutely cannot afford it. Most people have been at that point in their life where they couldn't prioritize music financially, so it's always going to be freely available to them. But that means you, if you have the money, it's up to you to support to keep it free for those people. So think of it like a charitable act. That might be $500 a month, $100 a month, $50 a month, $5 a month, a one-time donation of $10. Whatever it is, you guys get the idea. Go to mikesmusicmethod.com under the donate tab. All sorts of easy ways you can donate. The easiest one being a membership on my website. But Zelle, Venmo, snail mail me a check, Bitcoin, Revolut if you're not in the country. That's it. Onward with this awesome song. Now in 79 here we loop a similar idea, but it's a little different. This opening chord is, I don't think we've seen this yet. We've got 5, nothing, open, 3, 2. So another really big stretch there. Really beautiful. And I'm gonna do that. You can also do the Salsburg roll. He doesn't do it here, but it's quite beautiful to do those quick rolls like that. But he's hitting all of those, thumb on 6, and then these are on 4, 3, and 2. And then I'm going to open on the 4th string. We pinch, hold, open on the 4th, open on the 1st, hold it. Then same idea here where we do 2, 3, and then hammer onto the 4 again like we saw before. 6th string open, 4th string again, then pinch. Same little trick there. 2 open, then 3 and 2. That's new. That's really cool. We're unexpected change here. So I'm doing, it just looks like a C chord in normal tuning. Right? I got 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, but then I put my pinky down. So we've seen that chord, but it sounds cool when we do it as a inversion. And then we've seen all this before in 85. Sorry, I went for a walk and my hands are freezing now. Then in 318, let's keep going. We got another new part. We'll just put all this together though in the slow run-throughs at the end. So both of those are open. Then at 89, in measure 89, it is one of these moments in the song where the capo actually gets in the way. I didn't double check to see how Nathan's handling this. I probably should have. But I'm going to show you a few different ways. If we're in open tuning, if you know anything about open tuning, That's your major 1 chord, in this case E with the capo. Then the F sharp minor we would play like this. You could also play it like this. You could also play it like this. So it's hard to know how you want to handle this. The way to make it fullest would be to do, from the ground up, we have 2, 2, and I'm doing pinky, ring. So those are definitely locked in. Now the other way from there to handle it is to do 2 with your pointer, or sorry, then my first fret pointer. So I got 2, 2, 1, that looks funny. Now I got a couple options here. My ring finger can do 2 on that D string, right? Or it can do 2 on that one that's now tuned to drop D as well. So depending what strings you're playing, that can do double duty. Or you can keep it on this high one, put your thumb over the top. So now we have everything fretted. And I know that's hard to do that, especially with that capo right there. So a few ways to handle this. If that's way too hard, just know that you're gonna have to do double duty with your middle finger and move them. And it doesn't resonate quite as long as when you have the thumb over the top. Because look at 89, we're gonna pinch that, 6 in the top 3. Then my thumb's gonna hit the 4th string. That's the fullest way, because I get that low one to ring. But if you can't do the thumb over the top, you're just gonna have to move that and sacrifice it ringing out, which is fine, it's not the end of the world. So we got that. Then check this part out. Really tricky. I'm hitting the top 2 strings. I don't care how you do it. I'm doing pointer and middle, I guess, here. But what I'm doing with my pinky is it slides to 3 and comes right back to 2. Then I lift it and play the top 2 again. If that's too hard, I suppose you could do, you could change your fingers there, but I'm actually keeping it like that. I don't really know another way to do it, because there's only one way to really do this chord. Again, you gotta be really on your tiptoes. Your fingers should feel like you're right on the tips of them, like a ballerina with your fingers. I'm definitely lifting the thumb to do that trick, to hold that down. I got a wider neck guitar, and this is closer to a classical. That's really hard to do. So spend some time there. If you need to simplify it, you know what I mean, drop one of those notes. You know, do something like that. So you're not doing the pinky. That's totally fine. You're sacrificing a little resonance, but if you move it quick enough, you can get it beautiful and smooth in all sorts of ways. Then we keep going after coming out of that. I'm gonna hit the 4th string again, still the 2nd fret. That's why the way I'm doing it is you kind of got to do it with the pinky so that you're ready to hit that one again. And then we've seen this before. I'm going to lift that middle finger, just do open and 1 on the 4th and 3rd string, and slide, and then hit that low one. So let's try that together. Only 3 measures there, but man, it's tricky. 3, 4, hold. Yeah. So it takes us to 92, which we've kind of seen before, open on the 4th string, and then we have this 3, 5, 3, 0 on the 3rd string. Now here, and occasionally in the song, I'll hear him hit the open B at the same time. So he won't just play 3, he'll pinch 3 and open on the string under it. But that makes it even harder to get the pull-offs clean without hitting that open B and killing the sound. So 3, 4. Then this is all the same as before. We've seen all that. We've seen that before too, just a different set of opens at the end there of 96. Let's keep going because we're close to the end, guys. 97, open, rest. And then we have this little cool little Salsburg roll. I'm just doing thumb, pointer, middle. And then it repeats that idea back to this F sharp minor chord. That's all the same. Then in 102, we've seen this before, but it ends a little different. After this kind of 3-5-3-0 idea, I don't remember this in the song, but this is what my tab says. We do the 4 to open on the D string, then 2nd fret on the A string, hit 5th and 4th. We've seen that ending before. And then we've seen this before in 105. We're so close. So now you'll notice in the tab, on measure 107, it says, We're at 338 in the song, and then we return to theme B, which is measure 18 to 35. Boop, but then again from there we jump to measure 89. Cool, and then 89 is all that we just did. We go from 89 all the way to, 106, right? So we do that whole part that I just taught you again. And then we conclude with measure 1 to 17. And we did it. Last tiny little thing, I already mentioned this. If you look at measure 110 and 111, right, sometimes he's hitting open and then he's doing the triple hammer on. Other times he's pinching it. And he returns to that A theme so many times that it's, it varies from time to time. Just something to be aware of. But holy cow, shake my hand. Congratulations. Pooh, before we do the slow run-throughs, let me just make a quick point here. First off, congratulations, not an easy song. Second off, don't feel like you gotta put all this together. Like if you've sat down and did this in one evening, you're clearly doing it wrong. I would rather have you get, like I said before, the A theme rock solid at a slow tempo, be able to do it without mistakes beautifully. And that's going to be way cooler and way more fruitful than you trying to do all 108 measures poorly, okay? So bit by bit, spend a week on the A theme, another week or two or a month, depending on your skill level, on the B theme, and slowly over time, you're going to really build this up and ace it, but go slow, learn it, really embed things solidly before you move on to the new material. That being said, once you've done that, and only once you've done that, should you start to tackle these slow run-throughs with me. All right, slow run-throughs. Let's just do theme A, measure 1 through 18. And it's in 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Theme B, let's start from 18 and we'll just go to 27 here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Theme B, first variation. We're going to go 28 to 43 here. This one's kind of tricky. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 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 We're going to skip that return to theme A because that's all the same, and instead we're going to jump to measure 55 and with the repeat, but play through to 66. And we'll actually put the repeat in here, so once we get to 62, we'll repeat it. 1, 2, 3. Hold, triple it. Hold, triple it up. Hold, repeats. Hold, hold, triple it. Now I'm catching the groove. Hold, hold. Slow run. done, measure 67 to 88. Keep in mind, some of these holds, where there's some space, you can do it longer than how I'm doing it. It doesn't have to be exactly how it's written in the tab. So we'll do the pickup coming on beat 3 here in 67. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 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 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Hold, hold, hold. 3. Slow run of the ending here. Measure 89 to the end. Let's see if we can do it with this goofy chord. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 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 2, 3, 1. Sorry, and then there's this roll, and then back to the chord. So we'll do the 1, 2, 3. Hold. 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 Ooh, of course you'd go back to the other section, but those are all the parts, nice and slow. What a song.